Can I have the language of origin one more time?
Word is from Greek.
And can you repeat the word one more time?
Polyglot.
Polyglot. P-O-L-Y-G-L-O-T. Polyglot?
Yes.
Look at that smile. You heard it. Polyglot. The winning word in the Central Florida Spelling Bee, and now winner Neil Dave is on his way to Washington for the Scripps National Spelling Bee, and he joins us today along with Matt Pruitt from Polk County Tourism and Sports Marketing. Welcome. How are you? Are you still smiling? Congratulations. Okay, so spelling, as we were talking about earlier in our show, not my thing at all. So I'm so envious of someone like yourself that can just rattle off that words. How long have you been working on spelling bees?
Well, I've been participating in local spelling bees since first grade.
First grade, folks. When did you know, and I like this because I think this is a good shout out too for your reading. You say that that's one of the things that you realized, hey, maybe spelling goes hand in hand. Or when did you realize, like, okay, I'm kind of good at this?
Yes, ma'am. I started doing it regularly, like I said, since first grade, but then around third or fourth grade, that's when I started getting a bit more serious about it and started reading more often, and I realized that as I build my vocabulary, spelling just kind of goes along with it, and it helped me out a lot. And
apparently polyglot also is one of those words that you were familiar with. What we're interested to learn, though, this is the first Central Florida Spelling Bee. Explain how you got involved and how this was the first of its kind, just to send him off in a right way to Washington, D.C.
Yeah, so like you said, it was our first year doing this, the regional spelling bee. We had 40 schools from 15 counties in the area. We have a partnership and relationship with those folks at the Scripps Spelling Bee National Office in Cincinnati. We had an opportunity to host this, and I thought we did pretty good. We're very excited to watch Neil and his journey through the National Bee, and hopefully can make it very far there, but we're very excited.
And so Neil won his school, Lakeland Christian, correct?
Yes,
then won this one, and now is going on to D.C. at the end of May. I'm curious, so obviously Polyglot's the one that helped you win there. Do you have any of those words? Because you were talking about how you've gotten better each year you've competed in the spelling bee. Any word that kind of haunts you? I still remember one of the words that I lost on in a spelling bee many years ago. Do you have one of those words that stick out that like you're like, oh man, and now you can never forget it?
I mean, not really,
no?
not in particular.
Do you remember the words that you've won on? Polyglot was this one. What'd you win for your school?
Yeah, during my fifth grade year, that's the first year that I won the county bee. That was, my winning word was ambivalent.
That's a toughie. That's a really, again, I was going to say, my director wants me to spell it. I can't even say it. We all know I always mispronounce words, let alone spell them. Thanks, our director, to Ed. Okay, what is the word?
Ambivalent.
Ambivalent. A-M-B-I-V. Is that right? How do you spell it?
A-M-B-I-V-A-L-E-N-T.
That's what I said. Did you hear that under my breath? So lots of fun. You're going on the way to Washington, D.C. How do you prepare, though, for the spelling bee? I'm always amazed at the studying that goes behind this.
Yes, ma'am. It's a very tough competition. There's, like, I believe 200-ish, maybe 300 kids there. And they pull it out of Merriam-Webster, a pool of like 500,000, a million words. And there's no exact way to study for it. You can kind of do your own thing. But in the end, it just takes a lot of discipline, a lot of time, and a really big dictionary.
Well, you know, I'm going to ask you, what's your thing? How do you study for it?
Well, I'd follow the same path that I did at county, just kind of take it one round at a time, try to stay in. For studying, just try to broaden my vocabulary more, look at different languages, see how they apply, grammar rules and language rules, and see how they apply to English.
Man, good stuff. And I'm so interested, too. What have you guys been able to see? Because, again, I don't necessarily think of tourism going hand in hand with Spelling Bee, which I think is fabulous that you got behind such a wonderful organization.
Yeah, so typically it's baseball, softball, volleyball, things like that.
Great.
But we are sports and events, and this is something, and especially the trend now with esports and different things like that. My director jokes and calls them mind sports, but they're different things that it's an area which we can grow and reach a different group. And honestly, with Scripps, it's such an iconic brand. Everybody's done a spelling bee in their lifetime, but to partner with them and be in a position to give more kids opportunity, that's because those 15 counties were unsponsored and they couldn't send a kid. So now we opened it up to allow more kids the opportunity
to be able to participate and go to DC. Well, I know you're going to make us proud. We wish you the best of luck. Keep us updated, okay? Good luck. I love it. Thank you again to both of you for coming in today.